Namaste. Ganesh Chaturthi and Ganesha Visarjan. Do you understand why Ganesha Visarjan? Let me tell you. Our ancient tradition means to move from Akar to Nirakar, to move from form to formlessness. Having worshipped Ganesha in its external manifestation, we have to let go of him and internalize it for the rest of the year. Are we able to internalize? If you are able to internalize the divinity or the divine principle emanated by such a murti, then the purpose is served. If it is not served, and again you retort back to the form, then there is some level of failure. This festival is usually filled with immense joy. There are some very beautiful and profound spiritual messages we can learn from Ganesha that are universal in their appeal. Let me share with you. When you look at Ganesha, we all feel tremendous joy and happiness just by looking at the statue, the murti. Whether you are religious or not, it is a natural response to smile when you see this image. That is the first message of Ganesha. Be joyful. As, after all, only joy attracts grace. Can you imagine you remain sad? Can God come in communication with you? And even if He showers grace, will you be able to possess it and be one with it? No. So, joyful state is required even for God to bestow something on us. When you look at Ganesha, you feel that joy is radiating from him. We refer to him and his life to teach values such as having such a large ears and a small mouth. They too represent something very great. Listen more and talk less. What else does he represent? He has an animal face of an elephant, a human body, and a divine function. Isn't that the journey of spirituality, where we move from animal level to human level to divine in our nature? The sophisticated murti of Ganesha is like three-dimensional infographics, detailing the spiritual journey and beyond, starting from the animal level to a state beyond Anandam. How to portray a state beyond bliss, where the very individual is no longer there in the form of consciousness to interact with non-bliss. We have animalistic, instinctive tendencies that are associated with living in a physical body as a part of the animal kingdom. Through developing our capacities to love, to accept, to understand, and to forgive, we become human, transcending the baser tendencies. As the journey continues, our existence slowly becomes divinized so that we transcend even our humanness so that we can merge with the ultimate. In that state, the animal, human, and divine are integrated in the form of divinized being. Ganesha symbolizes this journey. He represents the possibility that exists for all of us. Now comes the mouse. Why should a big person like Ganesha be riding a tiny mouse? Here is a teaching that tells us the most fundamental principle of evolutionary life, progressive life. Our journey is all about expansion of our consciousness, and there it requires the refinement of our subtle bodies. Subtle bodies means Chit, Manas, Buddhi and Ahankar. Ahankar especially, as our ego is refined, the qualities of humility, innocence, simplicity and purity, they shine out in our behavior. As we are able to externalize the subtlest of spiritual conditions. Ganesha Murti shows us this so beautifully and so simply. We need to make our ego so light so refined that even a mouse can carry us. He represents that carefree, joyful state of surrender where the ego is lighter and utilized for universal and divine purpose. So we have joy, happiness, integration of animal, human, and divine, and the mouse, the lightness of a pure and humble ego. What a combination! No wonder Ganesha is loved by all. His festival reminds us that instead of just loving him, let us try to represent those qualities. Thank you and pranams.